Stop buying prepper gear. Just stop. The biggest waste in this space isn't the people who buy nothing. It's the people who spend $1,500 on equipment that fails the first time it's needed. Let that land. Most preppers don't have a gear problem. They have a function problem. I'm walking through 9 items the industry sells hard, and one, the centerpiece of nearly every food storage plan in America, is a $200 lie I'll expose at the midpoint. Item 1. The Paracord Survival Bracelet. Every checkout, every gas station, every gift shop, $12 a pop. The civilian thinks they're carrying rope. The prepared person knows they're carrying jewelry. Unwoven, the average bracelet gives you 8 to 10 feet of 550 cord. 8 feet. That's not a shelter ridgeline. That's a shoelace. A 100-foot hank of mil-spec paracord costs $14 at any hardware store. 12 times the length for the same money. Do the math. Running tally of waste avoided, $12. Item 2. The pre-packed tactical bug-out bag. Amazon sporting goods aisle, $89 to $200. The civilian mistake is thinking a kit equals a plan. Trained eyes see what's inside before reading the label. A flimsy poncho, a knockoff multi-tool that flexes, 3 feet of gauze that expires in 2027. None of it tested, none of it fitted to you. Real preparedness is building your own across 3 trips. Pack, water filter, fire kit, trauma gauze, for the same money and triple the function. Running tally, $147 avoided. Item 3. The gas station tactical multi-tool with the credit card shape, the laser pointer, the LED, the 17 folding gimmicks, $25 to $40. The civilian sees 17 tools. The prepared buyer sees 17 weak points. The pliers bend on a single lug nut. The blade dulls in one whittle. A real $30 Leatherman outlasts the gimmick version by a decade. Fewer functions. Every one of them works. That is the expensive mistake people make twice. Running tally, $177 avoided. Item 4. The 12-inch Rambo survival knife with the hollow handle, the compass on the pommel, the sawback spine. $80 to $150. Marketed to people who've never processed an animal. The civilian thinks bigger blade equals more survival. The woodsman knows the opposite. That hollow handle snaps off the rat tail tang the first time you baton a wrist-thick log. A $40 4-inch full-tang fixed blade, Mora, Condor, Cold Steel, outperforms it at every task. Carving, dressing game, fire prep. Stay with me. Running tally, $287 avoided. 4 items in. Nearly $290 avoided on gear that looks serious and fails quietly. Same pattern every time. Products that signal preparedness without delivering it. Item 5, the one I've been holding. The $200 lie I teased at the top. The 25-year freeze-dried survival bucket. Costco, prepper sites, every late-night infomercial. The civilian sees 30 days of food. Read the label again. Across the 3 biggest brands, that bucket averages 1,100 calories per day. 1,100. An adult under crisis stress burns 3,000. Do the math. That bucket is 9 days of food, not 30. Sodium runs 1,200 milligrams per pouch, half a daily limit in 1 meal. Let that land. Hurricane Harvey survivors who leaned on these reported headaches and dehydration within 72 hours. No water budget left for the salt load. The ones who understood calorie density bought rice, beans, oats, peanut butter, 20,000 real calories for under $60. The ones who didn't paid $200 for 9 days of salt. Running tally, $487 avoided. Item 6, the surplus civilian gas mask. Army-Navy stores, eBay, $80 to $250. The civilian thinks any rubber face piece equals NBC protection. The prepared buyer knows the threat model and the filter. Most surplus masks ship with expired 40mm NATO filters, and that activated carbon has a documented shelf life of 5 years sealed, weeks once opened. The seal on a used mask hardens. The fit was never tested on your face. You're buying a Halloween costume with a price tag. Running tally, $667 avoided. Item 7. The off-brand solar generator under $300. Amazon copy promises to power your home. Read the spec sheet again. Most top out at 200 to 300 watt-hours of usable capacity. That runs a small fridge for 3 hours. Once. Not 3 nights, 3 hours. The included panel pushes maybe 40 watts in midday sun. Full recharge takes 10 to 15 hours of perfect conditions you don't have during a storm. One item, one function. And the function is a lie. Cheap is not the same as weak, except when it is. Running tally, $947 avoided. 7 items down. Almost $1,000 avoided on gear that looks serious and quits the moment the lights go out. 2 items left. The last shelf is where most shoppers feel safest, and where the biggest mistakes hide. Item 8. The hand crank emergency radio sold as a survival communications kit. Big box camping aisle, $20 to $50. The civilian thinks cranking equals power. The prepared buyer knows the spec. Most require 6 minutes of hard cranking for 15 minutes of weak FM reception. 6 minutes. Your arm burns out faster than the battery fills. The 2003 Northeast blackout taught a generation. People huddled around hand cranks heard static, while a $25 battery-powered NOAA weather radio with rechargeable cells ran for 40 hours straight. The crank is a backup feature, not a primary plan. Running tally, $987 avoided. Item 9. The full tactical clothing setup. Multicam pants, plate carrier vest, Molly everything, combat boots in coyote tan. $200 to $500. The civilian thinks looking prepared is being prepared. The operator knows the opposite. In a real grid-down event, you're not infiltrating a compound. You're walking past hungry neighbors. Tactical gear screams, this person has supplies. Texas, 2021. Neighbors knocked on doors that looked stocked. The ones who stayed, gray jeans and a brown jacket, got skipped. The ones in plate carriers became the first stop. Sarajevo taught the same lesson for 4 straight years. Blend or become a target. Running tally, $1,287 avoided. 9 items. Over $1,200 in waste avoided. The framework. Function, cost, cover. Function. Does the item do the job or just look like it does? Cost. Does the dollar match the duty? Cover. Does owning it make you safer or more visible? You're not shopping panic. You're shopping the plan. You walked in believing the prepper industry. You walked out reading the spec sheet. Don't undo every bad purchase tomorrow. Pick one item from this list, sell it or donate it, redirect the money toward a real function. 1 swap a month. 12 real upgrades by next year. Next video covers the 7 cheap, boring items at any Walmart that outperform every blacklisted product on this list, including the under $5 substitute for that $200 freeze-dried bucket. I'll see you there. The shelf doesn't care what the label promises. It only cares what the item actually does.